Welcome back to Games Revealed. I'm James Nelson the Brink, and today I want to talk about some news. It's Steam Deck news time. Now we have some news on maybe a potential fix for the fans, and it's not quite. It's more third-party related. And then we have dock updates. The Steam Deck dock has been updated, its specs. And then also just a couple of battery improvements and some other things that we can cover. I have 4 specific things to cover today. So before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar. And now let's transition over to the news. So QYME essentially tagged iFixit, and it's like, you know, I got my Steam Deck last week. It got the bad fan, really whiny, high pitched. I've heard some people just not complain, like they didn't care even with the bad fan. Some people really hate it. Like and I find that, like, if you don't like it, you really don't like it, and you consider it like almost a broken device. But iFixit says, hi, we are planning on selling replacement fans, and we've been looking into which ones we'll have available. And then down here below, we're aware of the noise issue, and we're trying to source the ones without the noise, but it will depend on what's available to us. So it sounds like they're just trying to, you know, obviously source it. It could take some time, as potentially the good ones might just all be, I'm sure Valve really doesn't want to use the bad fans. I'm sure they're trying to source as many of the good fans too for their fulfillments. So we'll see. It could take a couple of months for iFixit to get some of these replacements, and I believe it wasn't going to happen until summer anyways, in a couple of months, for iFixit to have replacement parts. So if you have a whiny fan, one that complains a lot, you're going to have to wait a couple more months. It does suck, but at least you have a Steam Deck. I'd rather have a Steam Deck than a quiet fan at this point. But that's just me, and let's get on to the next news item. So this next one is showing the Steam Deck from a couple months when it was revealed, and then also to today when they've updated a couple things. Now, it's not quite the update I was hoping for. I was hoping for a little bit more, but still, it's a good update. So the original one showed a USB 3.1 and then 2 USB 2.0s, which is really actually bizarre that they even tried to go that way. And then the Ethernet was just a plain Ethernet. With the new one, we get 3 USB 3.1s and then a power end. I actually would have liked to see one of these become a USB-C. I'm kind of trying to upgrade all my ports and cables to USB-C as much as possible, because that's obviously that's trending. That's the new thing. That's the thing that's gonna, you know, be the thing. And then the Gigabit Ethernet instead of the Ethernet, which for me is not the biggest deal, but it all, you know, at the same time, it depends on who you are. I think it's a good upgrade. I think it was weird not to have it once again. You can get the dongle docks that dangle that aren't just for docking. You can get those with better specs than this for, I'm gonna assume, a better price, but this is going to be official, and with the official mark on it, most likely going to be the most compatible. So I would like to have seen some type of extra storage, like an SD card slot, or even like the Odin's dock, where you can put a 2.5-inch hard drive into it, which could be like an SSD, right? Or some other, you know, an SSD or a hard disk drive. Yeah. Still, it's going to be an awesome dock. We'll see if this is the dock I get. I'm still not fully sold on this as opposed to like a third-party dock that can include storage in it. Maybe I shouldn't really care about that, because I plan on using the SD card slots more than anything on the Steam Deck. So, okay, let's get over to the next piece of news. The Steam Deck is #1 top seller on Steam this week, and it still remains there. It's an interesting little like, even the Valve Index VR kit, like that, when I looked this morning, was #2. So I guess Valve is just really wanting to, they're really killing it with their hardware sales. And this based on profit, I believe, or revenue, or amount sold, money sold. With that, it definitely shows some ramp up because it wasn't there a couple of weeks ago. I think this kind of shows that, hey, they really are selling a lot more Steam Decks. That's what kind of I get from this, is the proof that, hey, there's a lot more Steam Decks coming out. That ramp up is really happening. They're selling drastically more than in Q1, where they kept it safe. So good news. That is good news. The last piece of news that I want to cover just real quick is Fox did a great video on improving battery life and the balance of like hitting 40 hertz on your screen as opposed to the 60 hertz, and then frame rate limiting it. I was in the assumption that when you frame rate limited, it would also limit the the refresh rate of your monitor, or your screen, that is. It does not do that. So with this little trick that Fox did, it requires Windows 11 right now, right here. He had to use Windows 11 to achieve the 40 hertz mode on the screen, and then with you can cap to 40 frames per second, and you're gonna get you're gonna get a better experience. You're gonna get it in the sense of like better battery life, but it's not yet available on SteamOS. But it does sound like that is going to be changing soon, though. It does sound like they are working on it right here. Ooh. Well, I guess we're going here. We've been really excited to bring refresh rate switching to DEC to deliver smooth frame pacing to arbitrary FPS limit scenarios, but the current screen blanking time when switching is a bit much. We've been doing work behind the scenes to improve, coming soon. So it sounds like they want to make it a more smooth experience, and then hopefully we'll get this. It's all around good thing, and it shows that, hey, this Steam team on the deck is going to be, they're continually working on improvements, and things haven't gotten cold turkey yet, like, which is good. Valve is known for releasing awesome stuff, doing an amazing job supporting it for short term, like with updates and blog updates, and then they kind of just cut off and we don't hear much from them. So far they're doing a really good job, and if they keep this up, I think this is going to be one of the best devices that come around for a long time. Like it's they're really trying to make it a really good experience, and from what I've seen, they're nailing it. So with that, that is all I have for news today. What do you think in the comments below? Let me know, which news item are you most excited for? Did I miss something? I'd like to know. Maybe I can add it into the next video. And thank you guys for just being awesome and being here and supporting the channel. Make sure to go to our Discord and, join in one of our conversations, or check out some of the other links I have below in the description. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Later.